All right, hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So we have a 2025 Bronco Heritage Edition. Look at that. It's basically like a modern throwback to the original Bronco. And we're doing a big kicker system in it. So we're actually doing something really cool, a little bit different than we normally do on the Broncos. We're putting in this 7-channel amplifier. So Kicker has this new LX 1307. It's a 7-channel amplifier, tons of power. So the reason that's important in the Bronco is because you have 4s in the dash, 6.5s in the kick, and in this case, we're gonna put 6.5s in the rear. But normally, you have to tie the 4 and the 6.5 together, and that gives you a little bit of limitation because the crossover point for the 6.5 and the crossover point for the 4-inch are very different. But now, in essence, we're running it active. So we're running a set of channels for the 4s, a set of channels for the kicks, and a set of channels for the back. It allows us to cross them over, adjust the power, everything. So we're able to get way more output and have way more control. Plus the fact that on the monoblock side, on the bass side, it'll actually do 700 watts at 1 ohm. It'll do like 550 at 2 ohm. So this one amplifier can run the entire system. Basically, we build it almost like a plug-and-play system. So as you can see, we've already modified the speakers. We have the connectors, so they'll literally plug in and drop it to this factory location. We have the kick panel pods with the adapters. It's got the gasket tape, also with the connector that's going through. Deadener so that we seal the adapter plate to the kick itself. All the harnesses and interfaces, so we're using T-harnesses, so we don't cut any of the existing wire. Everything is plug and play, everything is reversible. We pick up factory mounting points for the amp rack, we'll show you that in a second, and then plugs for all the speakers, and we're upgrading the rear pod. So the rear pod comes with a factory 4, we'll show you that in a second, and we're going to a 6.5. So we're able to put a much bigger driver, it's the same as in the front kicks, and we're able to get a lot more sound out of it, right? With the top off, you want as much sound as you can possibly get because a 4 in the back just isn't going to cut it, right? And then as far as the subwoofer, so we have that Bronco tailgate box that we love, as well as the only oddball driver in this case is going to be a Hertz MPS 300. And the reason we like that is just we're able to run a ton of power to it and it sounds really good in that enclosure. You could run a Kicker Comp RT. You could run a Kicker Comp RT, but the client saw one of our other videos and he specifically wanted to do the Hertz MPS driver. Otherwise, we would run an entire Kicker system. With the 700 watts on the monoblock, short of doing a bigger driver or a traditional driver, that's too much power for, let's say, a Kicker Comp RT. Can it take it? Yes. It's just a matter of how long. So we prefer to run this. This is RMS is 500. Its peak is like 1,000. So it'll take it all day. And as always, everything you see is available. So if you wanted the brackets, the adapter, the entire kit, the entire setup, we could supply that for you. Right. So this is the amp bracket. It fits in the factory location, bolts up to one of the stock screws, and then we pick up 2 additional bolts that live in the vehicle. So it bolts in as if it came, and then we're gonna pre-wire it. So we're gonna pre-wire it with the power, the ground, all your speaker wires, sub connection, everything. So once it's wired, you will drop it in, bolt it in place. We run all our wiring, plug in all our speakers, plug everything in, and then do the tuning and all that other good stuff. Yeah, so in order to make sure that the parts fit, we physically have templates of everything, right? So this is a Bronco 4-door, and it's all our mounting points, all our brackets, all the factory locations, so that we're able to ensure that if we build something and send it to you, we know it's gonna fit. We know it's gonna fit because we use it. We put it in cars, we've tested it, we've validated that it works. So these are the stock rear pods. Look at that thing. This is not fantastic. So we're gonna go with these pods here. So you can put a 6.5-inch driver in this pod. And the other thing that's really important is, look, you see how much light is going through that? How you can totally see through that? That means it's gonna allow all the sound to come through the grill. So even though the grill is this entire shape, if you look at it, can you see that? the holes are only in this small section here. So it's only, I mean, it's only a 4-inch driver, so that's all you need, right? But if you want more sound, you need a bigger driver. There's just no way around it, especially in these vehicles, because as soon as you take the top off, you have big wheels, anything like that, you need the volume, right? So it's one of those, if you're sitting still in your driveway, it's fantastic. Those 4-inch speakers will be fine. But if you actually drive the car or use the car, then you need a little bit more. So this is the prep that we do, right? So these are the dash speakers, kick panel speakers, the new rear pods that are gasketed, connectors. We also deaden the enclosure and we fill it so that we can get a better response out of that driver. And then this is the amp rack with its aluminum mounting brackets. If you can see, everything is dressed, labeled, coated. And then you have your power wire. This is the sub wire. This is your in and out inputs. And we have it's all on connectors. So we run it and we'll show you in the front. You put a T harness and the T's in. And then we have the enclosure, which mounts to the rear tailgate. But the nice thing is, basically now it's plug and play, right? After a lot of work, it is plug and play. But the nice thing is all this is available, repeatable. So if you wanted it, all of it, part of it, we can build this and ship it to you. You would just drop it in and it's basically remove and replace, right? So you remove the originals and drop in the new stuff, plug it in, ready to go. Other than having to run power wire, everything else is exactly the same. So with something like this, you could install it yourself. I mean, you know, obviously you have to be a little handy, right? You have to be able to disassemble and reassemble the car. But for the most part, everything is done and terminated. So the only thing you have to actually physically terminate is the power wire at the battery. But everything else is 100% plug and play at this point. Only because obviously all the background work has been done. The battery is the only thing that you run it out and you'd have to terminate it at the battery, but that's fairly simple and straightforward. So just wrapping up on the Bronco project, I wanted to show you all the handiwork before we button it up and nobody sees it, right? So this is one of our custom amp boards that we make in-house with the aluminum brackets, which pick up the factory mounting points. So that's a factory mounting point, that one and that one there. And then, so that is a piece of composite. And this is that new Kicker LX amplifier, which is a 7-channel. That's amazing. So it's 125 by 4 and 65 by 2 and 700 by 1. It's a beast of an amplifier. I mean, that is a ton of power. It is old school. So back in the day, we used to run big power. And this thing is amazing, but with the 7-channel setup, which is really good for the Bronco because the Bronco has 4-inch dash speakers, 6.5-inch kicks, and now 6.5-inch rear pods. So we're running the 125 to the 6.5s, and then the 65 to the 4-inch in the dash. And then the 700 is going to the tailgate sub. You can see all our speaker wires are labeled, are color coded. These are the additional 4s. So because we're running active, we had to run an additional set of wires for the dash speakers because they're normally tied in with the kicks in the base audio system. Also, we have our RCAs and same thing, they're also labeled. If you can see purple, green, white, and gray. And then this is our interface adapters, but went as far as laser printing some plates so that you know which one is the front and which one is the rear adapter. So why Kicker? So we find that Kicker works great in a lot of these open vehicles. It's a fun car, it's a loud car, you know, you can take the roof off, the doors off. And so in order to get over the road noise, because obviously as soon as you pull the roof, pull the doors, you're fighting the city noise, the highway, you know, wind, you need power, right? You need power. And the nice thing about this is it will deliver. So again, at 125 by 4, 65 by 2, and 700 by 1, that is a lot of juice. Typical amplifiers, 5 channels, depending on a 5-channel or like, let's say a DSP amplifier, you're running anywhere between 50 and let's say 100 watts maybe. But this one, you're running 125. And then on the bass side, you're typically running anywhere like 400, 500. On the bass side, we're running 7, right? But again, we need that additional power to get over the ambient noise, right? The wind noise, the road noise, the tires, all that. So this is a great solution for these vehicles. Plus, it fits, right? It fits, it bolts up. I mean, this entire assembly, if you could see, you know, everything is heat shrunk, picking up the factory ground bolt, and once you snap the panel in, you'd never know. The only thing obviously is the tailgate sub, right? If you take a peek at the box, I mean, it doesn't take up a ton of space. So again, this panel sticks out regardless. So the enclosure is only an inch or two past the actual bump out on the tailgate. And the nice thing is, because it's bolted to the vehicle, I mean, it sounds amazing. I mean, it has a ton of output. All right, so another cool benefit of this LX amplifier, this LX amplifier really impressed me. So it's the first time we've used it. We've been wanting to, and this is kind of the perfect application. Again, because of the 4-inch dash and the 6.5s everywhere else, it lends itself really well to this type of car, and actually to a lot of cars, because there's a lot of cars now that either have 4s in the dash or tweeters, and you can run an active setup where you could run the tweeters active and the mid bass active, and then just coax rears with a sub. So this works really well for a ton of those applications. Another cool feature is that the bass knob, so this is the bass knob for it, but not only is it a bass knob, it's also a controller. So first, the first one is the bass knob. See that red? So what that is, it allows you to dial in the amount of output from the sub, right? Another cool feature is if you press it, this is called shock. So what that does is it enhances the bass notes. So it's really good for Spanish music, rock music, older music that doesn't have a ton of bass. That allows you to basically create some bass where there isn't any. So it's a really cool feature, and it's built into the amp. You're not paying anything extra for it. It's phenomenal. And then lastly, there's a clip light. So the cool thing is there's a little clip light which tells you if you're clipping the amplifier. So if you're overrunning it, which is not likely in this case because you have so much power, you can clip the amplifier, and this tells you up front so that you can dial it back a little bit and have no issues, because basically clipping is, distortion, and that's how you blow things up. Here at the shop we use a lot of kicker. There's a lot of applications where it just lends itself really well, between the kicker key amplifiers, which are great for like an entry-level system, to now this LX amplifier, which is a much better solution for like a higher end system. It's still not a full-blown DSP amplifier, but it is a amplifier that has a ton of flexibility, a ton of adjustment, and it allows you to dial it in without the cost and the labor of a DSP or a DSP amplifier. We use kicker quite a bit. We use it, and depends on the application, but to me, it has a lot of key products that work well, like the kicker keys in a more entry-level system. This new LX is really good in like a mid to upper tier system. And then obviously we go into the higher end systems. But the kicker has a lot of pieces that work in kind of a lot of the tiers. And the nice thing is that the stuff fits, it works, and it doesn't break. So it's just a good all-around solution for a lot of applications. All right, so as always, we love our breakers, right? So we mounted the breaker right here, right on the battery bracket. And so that makes it super easy. So if you press that button, no more stereo. Click it back and you're back in business. Also, if you can tell, so see how these are the factory wires. And so the reason that is so that you can shut the door and protect the wires. But if you need to access it, you can see that the factory terminals are bent. So we go as far as to bend the terminals, and then this is an empty bolt. So see how this is an empty pin? There's another one here. It depends on how the car is optioned. and those are to add additional options. So we take advantage of that and use that to add our additional option, which is a really cool stereo. But if you see, everything is heat shrunk, braided, and mounted. And there you go. And so it looks as if it came with the vehicle. So like if you went somewhere, they would look at it and they wouldn't see the cover notched out or wires sticking out of it, or, you know, it looks as if it could have came with the car. Here's another really cool feature. One of the cool things about the Kicker products is that a lot of times they really think about the end user. And a lot of end users don't have all the tools, all the things that they need to set up a good system, right? So this is a new innovative way that they're doing that. It's kind of cool. So you take the same connector, there's a connector here, which is this RJ45 that plugs into the bass knob. Normally, this 3-foot cord plugs straight into the amplifier, but the amplifier is buried in the quarter, and we're not trying to take the whole quarter apart to plug this in and adjust it, right? So what we ended up doing is we use this coupler, unplug the bass knob. Now we can plug it in up front and do everything from the driver's seat. So the cool thing is, it shows you the amplifier you have. So you have a Kicker LX 7-channel. Right now the car's running, so we're running at 14.5 volts, and the amplifier temperature is 33.9 degrees Celsius. So it tells you whether it's hot, cold, all that good stuff, right? But on here, you're able to set your gain, your high pass, your low pass, even time delay. So it allows you to change all these things. If you look at, see, here are all the buttons, even your slope. I mean, there's just so much. So there's your delay. You can do the delay by measurements, or you can do the delay by just basically turning these dials. So again, it's a simple version, right? It's not high tech. It's not using all these tools that, you know, sometimes can cost a lot of money, but it still allows you to get a better result than, let's say, a regular amplifier, right? So the thing with nowadays is there's regular amplifiers, there's DSP amplifiers. This is like a middle of the road. It's not a regular amplifier or a dumb amplifier per se, and it's not a smart amplifier, a DSP amplifier. It's kind of something in between. It's, you know, really cool because, like I said, it allows you to do things that you would not be able to do any other way. It allows you to set your crossovers, set your slopes, do band passes. I mean, again, a lot of features that you would find on a DSP, but you would need a laptop, you need all this other additional tools. You plug this thing in, again, you can do all that, you can set up all those things. When you're done, you literally just unplug it, plug the bass knob back in, boom, all your lights come on, amp comes back online. One of the other cool features is you can change the LED colors. So you can change the colors. Obviously I changed it to blue, so the client loves red, so we're gonna switch that back over to red. But again, allows you to customize the amplifier as far as crossovers, tuning, band pass filters, the shock. There's a ton of features with this in-between amplifier, right? So it's not a dumb amplifier, it's not a smart amplifier, it's somewhere in the middle. So the only thing on the amplifier is the gain settings, and you can change your color. So this changes the color on the amplifier as well as on the bass knob. And then these are your gains. So the gains are the only things you physically, the gains and the LED color are the only thing you physically set on the amplifier. Everything else is done through that controller. But it's super nice because look at, so like this cover, it's magnetic. So you just pop that on. If the amp's orientated the other way, and you can mount it that way, right? So again, a ton of stuff, right? If you had to do this same exact setup in another way with, let's say, kind of all the feature sets that you're getting, you'd have to buy a 6-channel amp, a big 6-channel, because you're talking 125 and 65, right? And then a bigger monoblock, like a 700-watt monoblock. So not a 500, but like a 700-watt monoblock. So add those things together. I mean, it's pretty.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.